Hello, welcome. This is Pastor Chika Amade again. I hope you have gone through my previous series on leadership masterclass. Well, if you have gone through them, you are really ready for this. This is a very brief one, and I'm just going to look at what do you do when you peak? What do you do when you reach your peak? You know, in life, we get to certain levels in life, in business, entrepreneur, in ministry, as a family person, in careers where you peak. You get to that point where you feel I have made it. And so the question is, what next? What next? That can be a scary time. You live while the business, while the ministry, while the family, while your enterprise, and the career are exciting, getting to its peak, and successful, profitable. The fun is there, the happiness is there, the joy is there, self motivation is there. You see reason to go ahead to do more things. But when you peak, when you get to you say, I think I'm satisfied now. I think I have made it now. What do you do when you peak? What will you do? Because when you peak, there is no more motivation to go. You don't know what else to do. Um, when you peak, the it's like starting on a plateau. That's a plateau. So what will you do at that point? You know. So, because what it means now is how will you sustain your happiness, your motivation? How will you sustain, that drive to keep going? How will you sustain it? As human beings, we have limitations. We have limitations. We have limitations. We have things we can do for ourselves, and there are things we can't do for ourselves. At times, you even get to the peak of your career, peak of your business, peak of your ministry, and sudden sicknesses set in. You experience crisis in family life, in your personal life. How do you cope? How do you cope? Well, I thought about it, and as a pastor, I prayed about it. I discovered that what will help you to peak in life is your knowledge of Jesus, the knowledge of God, knowing that even when you've come to the peak of your career in life, that there is somebody who still has your back, somebody who is still proud of you for your impact on the world, the impact in your community, the impact in one field of life or the other. That there is somebody who has your back, who can still listen to you, who can still motivate you, who can still um, put joy back in your wheels, put motivation back in your wheels. There is somebody who you can tell exactly how you feel. Because if your wife or your children decided to leave you, or if friends decide to betray you, there's only one person who will not betray you. So when you hit the rock bottom, you need somebody there. When your back is against the wall, you need somebody who can still pat you on the back and say, "Look, I am still here." And that person is Jesus. Jesus. As you're on the path of your career and ministry and entrepreneurship, it's very important that you have a relationship with Jesus. Have a relationship. He has been tested, he has been tried, he is the one that cannot fail. He is the one that will not leave you. He is the one that will not abandon you. He is reliable. He is dependable. He is trustworthy. He does not demand anything from you. He is unconditional. God is unconditional. He just wants to have a relationship with you. Even while you are doing your business, it's very important. As a leader, as a as a pest setter, as an entrepreneur, as a minister of the gospel, as a parent, as a career person, you need that self awareness. to defeat when self-doubt comes in, when you lose your confidence, at that time when you become vulnerable, at that time when, um, yeah, when you peak and you don't know where else to go. Now, if you have done, if you have had Branson, what's the name of the other guy? They've got to the peak. They don't know what else to do. Thank God that they go to the space. After the space, what next? So that is what I'm talking about. They have peaked to that level. Bezos and what's the other guy's name? I'm trying to remember his name. They have peaked now, but what next? So don't wait until you get to the peak of whatever your career is or your business is to think about what next in my life. When that self-doubt comes in, when your confidence become eroded, as a successful person, at times you will face opposition, you will face people doubting you, you will face false accusations, but you need Jesus to hold your back. You need God by your side. And also, another thing that can motivate you is to know that after all the successes here, after all the wealth, after you have peaked, there is another world. There's a place that's been prepared for you far beyond the human eyes, where when you close your eyes, and you can have a new life, a fun life, a better life than what you have now. That is wonderful. That is the greatest thing you need at this point. So, what will you do when you peak? Hang on to Jesus. He will not fail you. Thank you.